All right, we got you back here as quick as we could. I've got to take care of something up here. All right, cool. I got a lot of notifications. I got administrative stuff you got to take care of in franchise. All right, now we're good. All right, welcome back to Jammin' Sports as we get set now for the second half of our baseball doubleheader. It'll be Game 3, the final and deciding game of this best-of-3 series between the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The winner of this series will take on the Arizona Diamondbacks in the National League Division Series. San Diego just swept the Reds 2-0. The Padres will take on the Marlins in the other National League Division Series. We have NFL football for you later on tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, as we kick off Sim Season 35 on New Year's Eve with the Rams and the 49ers, but that's later. Up next, Dodgers-Giants Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. Here we go. Your lineups for this game. Jammin' Sports presents Game 3 of the National League Wildcard between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants from Oracle Park in San Francisco. This series is tied at 1 game apiece. The deciding Game 3 up next here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the first. Jeff Treshaw. Oh boy, how do you pronounce that? Jeff Tesreau will be the starting pitcher for the Giants. I believe that's how you pronounce that, Tesreau. Babe Herman will lead things off for the Dodgers here in Game 3, the left fielder. In Game 3, the deciding Game 3, and the wild card is underway. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. The winner of this game takes on the Diamondbacks in the National League Division Series. Tesreau on the mound. Here's the pitch. A ground ball right back to Tesreau. He'll throw to first for the out. Covering the bag, Buck Ewing at first base for the Giants. There's the Dodgers starting lineup tonight. Bellinger, the DH. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Seager at short. One down for the Dodgers here in the top of the first. First baseman Steve Garvey will come up. The pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Our first game ran a little bit long. We might push our football game back to 7:30 Eastern. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1-1.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike to Garvey. 1-1 pitch. Garvey rips it foul. Count goes to 1-2. The deciding Game 3 of this best-of-3 series. 1-2 pitch. Garvey pops it up. In right field, making the play for the Giants is Bobby Bonds. 2 down. And now the second baseman, Jackie Robinson, comes up. 2 outs, bases empty for the Dodgers here in the top of the first. The pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. So when this game's over, the wild card round will be over. Here's the 0-1. Fouls it off, 0-2. The only game of the 4 wild cards, only series of the 4 wild cards, that has gone to a game 3. All the other 3 were 2-0 sweeps. Robinson out to Bonds in right field, and that will end the inning. At the end of a half inning, no score. National League Wild Card Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the first. Clayton Kershaw, the starting pitcher for the Dodgers tonight, here in Game 3. Leading off will be Barry Bonds, the left fielder. Barry. Bottom of the first, no score. Here's the pitch by Kershaw. Up high, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Bonds rips one into McCovey Cove. See ya. A solo shot home run to start the game. And the Giants take a 1-0 lead. And there's people in the water trying to get that baseball right now as we speak. That was a dinger over the right field fence. Let's watch this one again. Yep, into the drink. Out in San Francisco Bay. Freddie Lindstrom, the third baseman, comes up next. And that's going to be a base hit into right field. Tracking it down is Guerrero. He'll throw it in. So Bonds launches a home run to start the game, and Lindstrom with a single. Nobody out for the Giants here in the bottom of the first. They lead at 1-0. Monty Irvin comes up next, the shortstop. Down low, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch by Kershaw. Taking his time. In there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, runner on first. That's Lindstrom at first. Irwin at the plate. The pitch by Kershaw. Up high, 2-1. So the Giants have jumped out to a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Still nobody out. With a runner on first base. And now the 2-1 pitch to Irwin. In there for a strike. That'll leave the count at 2-2. They throw to first. Lindstrom's back in time. We're at Oracle Park in San Francisco. Game 3 of the National League Wildcard, the deciding Game 3. 2-2 pitch. And that's fouled off down the first base line. The winner of this series plays the Diamondbacks in the National League Division Series. Two-two pitch. Inside, 3-2. Beautiful night here by the bay in San Francisco. Full count to Irwin. And he rips it foul. Jess Jr. in the house. Good to see you, Jess. Well, I work in radio in real life, and I do an awful lot of high school football, baseball, and basketball games. 3-2 pitch. And Irwin fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. Welcome into Jammin' Sports. This is Game 3 of the National League Wildcard. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. We'll start our new NFL sim season tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern. The Rams and the 49ers, a rematch of last season's NFC Championship game. 3-2 pitch. To Say at third, they're going to turn 2, 1 and 2. Say to Robinson to Garvey. Double play. 2 down for the Giants. Call that a 4-5-1 double play. Or 4-5-3. Well, I appreciate that, Jess. Willie Mays up next, the center fielder, with 2 outs, bases empty. Oh, yeah, Davis has been with me since the very beginning. Back in 2020 when I started, Davis was one of the first of my followers. Up high, 1-1 to Mays. And now the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to be fouled up in the air. Garvey gets under it first and makes the out. However, Barry Bonds leads off the inning with a solo shot home run into McCovey Cove. The Giants lead it 1-0 as we go to the second here in Game 3 of the National League Wildcard at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back. Duke Snider, the center fielder, will lead things off for the Dodgers here in the top of the second. The Yankees will be taking on the Houston Astros in the division series. Pitch inside, 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
Jeff Tesreau on the mound for the Giants.
Nope.
Inside, 2-0. Duke Snider, the center fielder. Here's the 2-0.
Ball 3.
Up high, 3-0. Hawkeye's in the house. Good to see Hawkeye here. No, I'm in my own franchise here. Popped up. Buster Posey, the catcher, gets under it. And Snider, I don't know why he swung on a 3-0 pitch, but he pops out for out number 1. 1 down for the Dodgers in the top of the second. The coaches will tell you all the time, never swing on a 3-0 pitch. Yeah, Yankees Astros all the time, you're right. Corey Seager, the shortstop, up next. First pitch, 1-0. Inside. 1 out, bases empty for the Dodgers here in the top of the second. They trail 1-0. Next pitch inside, 2-0. Just on mine. I don't have time to do anybody else's. Inside again, 3-0 to Seager. And now the 3-0. Outside. It's a walk on 4 pitches. And now the DH, Cody Bellinger, will come up. Seager at first base, 1 out. Dodgers down 1-0, trying to get back in this game.
Nope, outside.
Up high, 1-0. Giants have taken a 1-0 lead. We're on the top of the second. 1 out for the Dodgers with a runner on first. Bellinger at the plate, outside, 2-0. Tesreau having a hard time here in the second inning. They throw to first. Seager's back in time. Oh, yeah, I do all 9 innings. I do it all. It'd be cool if the Dodgers could win this game. I'm rooting for the Dodgers. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-1. The Giants won Game 1. The Dodgers won Game 2. Game 3 here. Here's the 2-1. And that's fouled off down the line. And the count goes to 2-2 to Bellinger. Well, I appreciate that, Jess. Hang around for football later. We start our new NFL season tonight. Fouled it off. Yep, the series is tied at 1 apiece. The only one of the 4 series on the wild card that's gone to a Game 3. The 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. In the American League, the A's swept the Red Sox. And also in the American League, the Yankees swept the Indians. Here's the 2-2 pitch. The A's will play the Royals
3-2.
up high, 3-2. And the Yankees will play the Indians. In the National League, the game that was right before this, the Padres swept the Reds. They won game 2, 8-1. The Padres will play the Marlins, and the winner of this series will play the Diamondbacks. A ripped right to first. They're going to turn 2. Double play. And that'll end the inning. As Bellinger hits into a double play. At the end of 1.5, Giants lead it 1-0. The National League Wildcard Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. Yep, the Wildcards are a best of 3, best 2 out of 3. Jeff Kent, the second baseman, will lead things off for the Giants here in the bottom of the second. Clayton Kershaw still on the mound for the Dodgers. Outside, 1-0. And that's fouled off. Yeah, we start week 1 of the NFL season tonight at 7 Eastern. It'll be the 49ers and the Rams. A rematch of the NFC Wildcard or NFC Championship. As Kent fouls it off, count goes to 1-2. We'll have an NFL triple-header tomorrow afternoon. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2 to Jeff Kent. One-two pitch. Inside, 2-2. Yeah, they have had a rough year. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off down the first base line. And that was an interesting game the 49ers had with the Lions last night. Here's the 2-2. Swung and struck him out. One down for the Giants here in the bottom of the second inning.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Buck Ewing.
And now up next for the Giants will be the first baseman, Buck Ewing. Yes, the Steelers. I used 28 of the 32 teams in my NFL season. Here's the pitch to Ewing.
Ball 1.
Low and outside, 1-0.
No strike.
I don't like the 32 team setup. I only use the 28 teams. The count's 1-0 to Ewing. And now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Count evens up at 1-1. Let's see, who do the Steelers play in week 1? I got my schedule off to the side here. Let me look. Count's 1-1 to Ewing. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. The Steelers play at the Raiders to lead off the season. That'll be later this week. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down for the Giants here in the bottom of the second.
Batting seventh, the catcher, Buster.
And now the catcher, Buster Posey, will come up to bat with 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch in there for a strike. The count goes to 0-1. I'm not sure yet, Jess, but I'll post it. Just keep it here. Here's the 0-1 to Posey.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And that'll even the count at 1-1. I got to see how many games down on the schedule is that. Hold on. Next pitch, a strike, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
It is the 10th game on the schedule as Posey will strike out the end of the inning. At the end of 2, the Giants lead at 1-0. National League Wildcard Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Pedro Guerrero, the right fielder, will lead things off for the Dodgers, facing Jeff Chesrow. Down low, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. We play every game of the schedule in the NFL, all 14 games of week 1, so it's the 10th game down the line. It's a few days out. Fouls it off. Guerrero goes to 1-1 on the count. And now the 1-1. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2 to Pedro. Nobody out, nobody on here in the top of the third. Fouls it off down the first base line. Count remains at 1-2. Tesreau on the mound. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Fouled it off. You're watching this on a PS5, if that's your question. 2-2 pitch. Fouled it off. Count remains at 2-2. It's the show 24 on a PS5. Struck him out. Guerrero goes down swinging for out number 1. Now, yeah, it's new gen. These rosters, though, these are rosters full of all-time old players. First pitch to Will Smith, the catcher, is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. All the rosters are full of all-time great players. We simulated a 162-game season. We're just doing the playoffs. Fouls it off. Evens the count at 1-1. I don't have time to do a 32-team, 162-game schedule. So we sim the season and play the playoffs. The count's 1-2 to Smith. In there for a strike, 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out on the outside corner. 2 down for the Dodgers in the top of the third. I don't know if that was a strike or not. Let's take another look. Oh, I don't know about that. It'd take forever to do 162 games with 30 teams? That'd take forever. In there for a strike, 0-1. Ron Say, the third baseman, comes up with 2 outs, bases empty. Oh, 1 pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
It's a ball. Count goes to 1-1. And now the 1-1.
Ball, that's inside.
Inside, 2-1. Somebody quickly multiply this for me. And that's a strike. Multiply 15 times 162. How much is that? 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2. What is 15 times 162? I don't have a calculator in front of me. Down low, 3-2. Full count to Say. 2,430. That's how many individual games I would have to do a complete sim season in baseball, not counting playoffs. Struck him out, looking. And that'll end the inning. After 2.5, the Giants lead at 1-0. National League Wildcard Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the third. Larry Doyle will come up. He's the DH today for the Giants. Clayton Kershaw still on the mound for the Dodgers. Giants up 1-0.
Nope.
Up high, 1-0. I'm hoping the Dodgers can come back. I like the Dodgers. They're one of my favorite teams. Here's the 1-0. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-1. But the winner of this series plays the Diamondbacks in the division round. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. Doyle goes down swinging swinging for out number 1. Yeah, he goes down swimming. He's going to go out to right field and jump into McCovey Cove. Next up, Bobby Bonds, Barry's father, the right fielder. Fouls it off. Bobby plays right field and Barry plays left field. It is fun, especially when you broadcast it. 1 out, bases empty. Here's the 0-1 to Bonds. Rips it into left field. Going back for the Dodgers is Herman. And Babe Herman makes the play for the out. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 25, Barry.
And now the sun comes up. Barry Bonds. Last time he came up, he hit a home run. Up high, 1-0. Barry led off the bottom of the first inning with a solo shot that gave the Giants the 1-0 lead. Counts 1-0 to Bonds with 2 outs, bases empty. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Now all the games are archived on YouTube. If you missed the earlier game, the Padres and the Reds, it's on YouTube. Just look up Jammin' Sports. It's also in the video section. Here's the 1-1. Up high, 2-1. That way the games get stored on YouTube forever. Here's the 2-1. Bonds took a big swing. That'll even the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Outside, full count, 3-2. I would love to have a color commentary guy. I don't know anybody in the area that could do it, though. And he swung and struck out. And that'll end the inning. After 3 complete, Giants lead at 1-0 over the Dodgers. Here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 4th, Game 3 of the National League Wildcard. The left fielder, Babe Herman, will lead things off for the Dodgers. Giants up 1-0. Tesreau still on the mound for the Giants. First pitch inside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. Davis has been following me since I started this on YouTube, or excuse me, on Twitch. Popped up in the air. Who wants to take it? Lindstrom at third will take it for out number 1. I started doing this on Twitch back in February of 2020, right before the pandemic. And now Steve Garvey comes up. The first baseman, 1 out, bases empty. In there for a strike, 0-1. Garvey was a Dodger first baseman in the late 70s and early 80s. Down low, 1-1. One of the best first basemen of all time. Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Two-1 pitch. Garvey fouls it off. They'll even the count at 2-2. The deciding Game 3 of the National League Wildcard. 2-2 pitch. Garvey swings. They'll have to throw down to first before they make it official. 2 down.
Now back, second base, Jackie Robinson.
You play the Texans? Cool. I think the Texans play the Chargers in week 1. Yep. Of my sim season coming up. Jackie Robinson, the second baseman, comes up now with 2 outs. Robinson fouls it off. That's the neat thing about having all these all-time players. You get players like Jackie Robinson. Counts 0-1 to Robinson, 2 outs, bases empty. The 0-1 pitch. Robinson fouls it off. Quickly 0-2. That's right, he was the man. One of my favorite players of all time. Here's the 0-2. Up high, 1-2. Two outs, bases empty. The count's 1-2 to Robinson. The 1-2 pitch. Outside. I'll even the count at 2-2. No, football's done a little bit differently. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off. When I first started the NFL, it was historic teams like the 85 Bears, the 72 Dolphins. 3-2 and ball 4. Robinson gets awarded first base with 2 outs. But as the seasons have come along, all those players have since retired. Duke Snyder, the center fielder, will come up. Right to the third baseman, Lindstrom. And that'll end the inning. At the end of 3.5, Giants lead it 1-0 here in Game 3 of the National League Wildcard here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Oracle Park in San Francisco. And the third baseman, Freddie Lindstrom, will lead things off for the Giants. They lead it 1-0. Giants trying to wrap up this best of 3. Clayton Kershaw still on the hill. Here's the pitch. Fouled it off. Yeah, all the original NFL players have long since retired. I'm on my 35th NFL sim season. That's right. Big swing and a miss. The count goes to 0-2 to Lindstrom. Well, I appreciate that, Jess. I'm not repetitive. He pops it up. The shortstop, Bellinger, will make the play. Actually, it was Corey Seager, the shortstop, that made the play. 1 down for the Giants. And now Monty Irwin will come up. He's the shortstop. I forgot that Seager was playing short. Here's the pitch. Down low, but in the strike zone, 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. Jess, where are you from? Texas by chance? I'm just guessing you're from Texas. Here's the 0-2. Inside, 1-2. And Hawkeye, where are you from? Here's the 1-2. Swung and struck him out for out number 2. I'm in Nashville. Oh, you're in West Virginia. I'm in Nashville. And now with 2 outs, bases empty, Willie Mays comes up, the center fielder. Hawkeyes, and I should have guessed that. Hawkeye, I really should have guessed that. Iowa, the land of corn. I've been to Iowa. And the first pitch to Mays is a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Giants up 1-0. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Well, I appreciate that, Jess. Here's the 2-1. Down low, 3-1. And now the 3-1 pitch. High in the air, out to center field. Snyder runs under it and makes the play for the final out. At the end of 4 complete innings, the Giants lead it 1-0. The National League Wildcard, Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 5th. The shortstop, Corey Seager, will lead things off for the Dodgers. Grand Ole Opry, that's right down the road from me here in Nashville. Big swing and a miss. That's about, I'd say it's about 12 miles from where I'm at. Here's the 0-1. Seager rips it into right field. That's going to drop, go to the wall. Extra bases. He's going to have at least a double. It's a leadoff double for Corey Seager. Yeah, go make him. Go make him. A leadoff double for Corey Seager. And now Cody Bellinger, the DH, will come up. Let's see if the Dodgers can get back in this. Bellinger fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1. I'm rooting for the Dodgers. I've always liked the Dodgers. However, the Cardinals are my favorite team, but they didn't make the playoffs. So I'm rooting for the Dodgers now. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. The Dodgers made it to the World Series in my last sim season, but they got swept by the Red Sox 4-0. Fouls it off, 0-2. I like the Pirates too, but they did not make the playoffs. I'm a National League guy. Oh yeah, I love those. You're right, Hawkeye. Beautiful. And Bellinger fouls it off again. The count remains at 0-2. If my Cardinals can't be in it, I'll root for the Dodgers. Here's the 0-2. Inside, 1-2. You don't like the Panthers? I don't like them much either. Here's the 1-2. Up high, 2-2. I finished up my college football sim season this past Sunday with a national championship game. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. One down for the Dodgers here in the top of the fifth. It was Ohio State beating Georgia for the national championship. That game's on YouTube if you want to check it out. Pedro Guerrero, the right fielder, comes up for the Dodgers with one out and a runner on second base. There goes the runner down to third. Safe. Seager stills third. And now the Dodgers have the tying run at third base. You don't see them stealing third very often. And now with one out, Guerrero can get an RBI here. The count's 0-1. Rips it to the first baseman. That's going to score a run. It'll be a sacrifice for Guerrero. Buck Ewing kept the ball from going into the outfield. That's going to be an RBI sacrifice for Guerrero, and the game is tied at 1. Will Smith, the catcher, comes up. In there for a strike. Dodgers playing that small ball. Whatever it takes to get the runner in. And Smith fouls it off again. 0-2 the count. Good crowd on this New Year's Eve. Appreciate it. Up high, 1-2. This is game 3 of the National League Wildcard, the deciding game 3. It's a best 2 of 3. The series is tied at 1 game apiece, and the game is tied at 1 run apiece. Here's the 1-2. And Smith strikes out, and that'll end the inning. However, the Dodgers score a run to tie things up in game 3 of the National League Wildcard here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Jeff Kent, the shortstop, or actually he's the second baseman, I'm sorry. Kent, the second baseman, comes up to face Clayton Kershaw. Outside, or actually inside, 1-0. So the Dodgers tied it up. And now the Giants come up here in the bottom of the 5th. Counts 2-0 to Kent. And now the 2-0 pitch. Ripped foul down the first baseline. The count goes to 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Broken bat pops up. And they'll just go ahead and tag him out. So Kent grounds out to the pitcher. 1 down for the Giants. Buck Ewing, the first baseman, comes up. The pitch by Kershaw. Outside, 1-0. In your Davis League, what version of Madden are you using? Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty for the Giants here in the bottom of the 5th in a tie ball game. And now the 1-1. In there for a strike, 1-2. Madden 24? Okay, I'm just curious. The 1-2. Ewing rips one into left field. See ya. Home run. And the Giants retake the lead 2-1. A solo shot by Buck Ewing. And the Giants retake the lead 2-1. He got a hold of that one. You knew it when he hit it. Let's watch this one again. Where did it end up? Amongst the seagulls out there. So the San Francisco Giants retake the lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Buster Posey up next, the catcher. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. The winner of this game takes on the Diamondbacks in the National League Division Series. Here's the 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. He went around, struck him out. 2 down for the Giants here in the bottom of the 5th. And now the DH for the Giants, Larry Doyle, will come up. 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch by Kershaw. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Posey right to Garvey at first. He lines him out. But Buck Ewing gets a solo shot to give the Giants a 2-1 lead at the end of 5. Game 3 of the National League Wildcard here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 6th. Third baseman Ron Say comes up. Tesreau still on the mound for the Giants. Here's the pitch. Ball 1, it's down low, 1-0. A 2-1 lead for the Giants now in the 6th. In there for a strike, 1-1 to Say. And now the 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Say rips one into center field. Willie Mays going back and makes the play for the out. The Say Hey kid, Willie Mays, making the out as Say flies out to center. 1 down for the Dodgers. The left fielder, Babe Herman, comes up. 1 out, bases empty for the Dodgers here in the top of the 6th. And it's outside, 1-0. Tesreau didn't like that call. And now the 1-0 pitch. And that's right to the shortstop. That's Monty Irwin, who throws to first for the out. Herman grounds out to short, 2 down for the Dodgers. And now the first baseman, Steve Garvey, comes up with 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch to Garvey is fouled off, 0-1. This game moving along a lot faster than the last game. That Padres-Reds game just plodded along. Here's the 0-1. Up high, 1-1. Padres won it 8-1. They advance, and they'll take on the Marlins in the other National League Division Series. Here's the 1-1. Garvey fouls it off again, 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 2-2 pitch. Garvey fouls it off again, remains alive at the plate. And now the 2-2. Garvey fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Up high. Full count, 3-2. Three-two pitch. Garvey pops it up. Who's going to make the play? Jeff Kemp in shallow right field makes the play for the final out. At the end of 5.5, Giants lead it 1-0. Or 2-1, excuse me. Game 3 of the National League Wildcard here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the Giants half of the 6th. Bobby Bonds, the right fielder, will come up. The father of Barry. The pitch by Kershaw. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
This game is moving right along. I like that. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count quickly, 0-2 to Bobby Bonds. And now the 0-2 pitch. Low and inside, 1-2. Jimmy Jam along with Jess Jr. and Hawkeye here in San Francisco. Fouled off. Count remains at 1-2. Here on Jammin' Sports on this New Year's Eve. Great to have you along. Here's the 1-2. Struck him out. He'll have to throw down to first, though. One down for the Giants here in the bottom of the 6th. As we'll watch the strikeout again. He swung at a bad pitch. And now Bobby's son, Barry Bonds, will come up. The left fielder. Yeah, that was way out of the strike zone. He swung at a bad pitch. Barry Bonds, the left fielder, comes up with one out. Bases empty.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Ball 1. In his first at-bat in this game, he hit a solo home run back in the first inning into McCovey Cove. And now the 1-0 pitch.
Ball 2.
Ball 2. It's low and inside. Count goes to 2-0 with one out, bases empty. 2-0 pitch.
Oh, that pitch is out.
Outside, 3-0. Kershaw having some control problems here. And now the 3-0 pitch to Bonds. Bonds swung on a 3-0 pitch. You're not supposed to do that. Fouls it off. Count goes to 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Goes from 3-0 to 3-2. The count is full. Three-two pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive with a 3-2 count. No. In a word, no. He's a great player, don't get me wrong. High fly ball. Guerrero in right field going back and makes the play for out number 2. I don't think LeBron James belongs in the greatest of all time category. How many does Michael have? 6. Talk to me when he has 6. Lindstrom comes to the plate. The third baseman. Down the line. Going over. Trying to make the play. Herman, no, out of play. Count goes to 0-1 to Freddie Lindstrom. Now, LeBron, a great player. Steph, a great player. No doubt about it. They're Hall of Famers. Garvey hands off to Kershaw for the final out. At the end of 6, Giants lead it 2-1. National League Wildcard Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. And now Jackie Robinson, the second baseman, leads things off for the Dodgers here in the top of the 7th. I would take Steph over LeBron, too. It's very close. It's very close.
That's a ball.
Counts 1-0 to Robinson. The first pitch, a ball. Jeff Tesreau still on the mound for the Giants. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled it off. Evens the count at 1-1. We're in the top of the 7th. Giants up 2-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. Kane and Beck warming up on the bullpen for the Giants. Steph's a better outside shooter.
Nope, that's
Down low, 3-1. And now the 3-1 pitch.
That's ball 4.
Ball 4. It'll be a leadoff walk for Robinson. Dodgers with a man aboard. And I think we've seen the last of Tesreau. The manager wants to pull him. Let's see who the Giants bring in.
Now pitching for the Giants.
It'll be Rube Macard. The old French name, Macard. He'll come in to pitch for the Giants here in the 7th inning. Next up, Duke Snyder, the center fielder. Nobody out for the Dodgers here in the top of the 7th. Runner on first. McCard on the mound. The pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Getting back to Steph and LeBron, I think the reason why Michael is still the greatest of all time, great players make players around them better.
Ball, that's out.
1-1, it's outside. Count evens up on Duke Snyder. And Michael always made his teammates better just by being there. Here's the 1-1. In there for a strike, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 the count to Snyder with a runner on first. Dodgers trying to get back in this game, at least tie it up. Snyder, a ground ball, they'll turn 2. They'll tag the runner, throw to first, not in time. Jeff Kemp made the put out himself, but the throw to first not in time. They get the lead runner. 1 down for the Dodgers as Corey Seager comes up now, the shortstop. Marcard still on the mound for the Giants. The pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. My better half, Misty, is making tacos. I can smell them. I'll eat when this game's over. Here's the 0-1. There goes the runner, and he's safe. Snyder's still second base. And now the Dodgers have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. The tying run is at second base. Meanwhile, the count to Seager is 1-1. Having tacos too? Tacos are great. Fouls it off down the third base line. The count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2 to Seager. Nothing like a good taco, especially with cheese and sour cream and all that. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball to Kemp. Throws to first for the out. That'll be a sacrifice. That'll move the runner down to third. 2 down for the Dodgers as Jeff Kent makes the play. Cody Bellinger, the DH, he was shortstop last game. The DH will come up with 2 outs and a runner on third. See if Bellinger can get a base hit and tie the game up. Here's the pitch.
Ball. That's inside.
Outside, ball one. Oh, she brought it to me. Thank you. She brought me a taco. All right, I'm going to try to eat this while I call the game at the same time. Thank you, Misty. Yeah, I'll take one.
Ball. That's out.
Outside, 2-0. I might sound like I have food in my mouth, so bear with me. 2-0 pitch.
That's ball three.
Up high, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. That's my dachshund in the background, Ginger, barking. Counts 3-0, in there for a strike. 3-1 to Bellinger. It's a soft taco. Fouls it off, 3-2. Full count to Bellinger with 2 outs. Runner on third base. Three-two pitch. Struck him out, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Giants lead it 1-0. Game 3 of the National League Wildcard here at Jammin' Sports.
Leading up for the Giants.
Monty Irwin, the second baseman, will lead things off for the Giants here in the bottom of the 7th. Giants up 2-1 on the Dodgers. Kershaw still on the hill for the Dodgers. Fouls it off, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out for out number 1.
The center fielder, number 24.
Willie Mays, the center fielder, will come up next for the Giants with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Nobody on base. Pitch by Kershaw. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
I have food. My dog won't shut up. Here's the 0-1. Ripped foul, 0-2. Oh-2 count to Willie Mays. The pitch.
Ball. That's off the plate.
Inside, 1-2. One-two pitch. Pops it up. Count remains at 1-2 to Mays. Tell you what, Misty makes the best tacos. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, but he swung at it. They'll throw down to first
Got him.
to make it official. 2 down for the Giants.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jeff Kent.
I always thought that was a silly rule. If you drop the third strike, you got to throw down to first. It's a silly rule. You ought to get rid of that. Two down for the Giants now here in the bottom of the 7th. Second baseman Jeff Kent will come up. In there for a strike. Counts at 0-1. Trying to call a game and eat a taco at the same time. 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. That ends the inning. We go to the 8th. Game 3 of the National League Wildcard here at Jammin' Sports.
Now pitching for the Giants.
Matt Cain will come in to pitch for the Giants here in the top of the 8th. Giants lead it by a score of 2-1. I'm rooting for the Dodgers.
Leading off for Los Angeles.
I think Jess is rooting for the Dodgers too.
Pedro.
Pedro Guerrero, the right fielder, comes up. They only trail by 1, facing Matt Cain. Swung and missed, strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
Low and outside, 1-1. Yeah, I prefer a good game too. 1-1 pitch. Misty, your tacos are outstanding. The count's 2-1 to Guerrero. Inside, 3-1. I don't know if you can hear my dog in the background. She's whining for food. And now the 3-1. Struck him. No, 3-2. Didn't strike him out. Counts at 3-2 to Guerrero. Fouls it off. Stays alive with a 3-2 count. Oh, she gave me a soft and a hard. Okay, cool. 3-2. And that's going to be a base hit into right field. Bobby Bonds picks it up, throws it in. A leadoff single for the Dodgers here in the top of the 8th. Taunting the crowd here in San Francisco. Oh, yeah, the tacos are great, Misty. The catcher, Will Smith, comes up. First pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. One-0 pitch. Fouls it off. They'll even the count at 1-1. We're in the top of the 8th. The deciding game 3 of the NL Wildcard. Giants lead the Dodgers 2-1. Guerrero gets back. Nobody out. Yeah, he's taunting the crowd. I know, it's funny. The pitch by Cain. Big swing and a miss. And the count goes to 1-2. Dodgers trying to score at least 1 run this inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. A ground ball to Kent. He'll throw to first. He'll get the easy out. It'll be a sacrifice. Moves the runner down to second base. Now the Dodgers have the tying run at second. Ron Say, the third baseman, comes up. They throw to second, but Guerrero's back in time. The pitch to Say outside, 1-0. 1-0 pitch outside, 1-1. It was on the outside corner. 1 out, runner on second base. Tying run at second. Say at the plate. There goes the runner to third. Safe. Guerrero safe at third base. Now the tying run is just 90 feet away. That's twice in this game somebody has stole third base. 1 for each team. Counts at 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Just 1 out, runner on third. A sacrifice fly would score the run from third base. Yep, Kane's looking to try to get out of a jam here. Here's the pitch. Say, a dribbler down the third base line, but foul. Count goes to 2-2. Fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Say, up the middle, it's going to score a run. An RBI single for Ron Say. Scoring the runner at third, Pedro Guerrero. And now the Giants and the Dodgers are tied at 2. It's tied up once again. And now Babe Herman comes up, the left fielder. A chance for the Dodgers now to take the lead. Still just one out with a runner on first. They've managed to tie it up. Well, this game has been as good as advertised. First pitch, a strike. Wilson and Romo warming up for the Giants in the bullpen. The pitch to Herman. Rips it down the line, a base hit. Bonds will throw it in. A single for Babe Herman. And now the Dodgers have runners at first and second with just one out here in the top of the 8th.
Now pitching for the Giants, number 38.
So the Giants decide to bring in another pitcher from the Beach Boys. Brian Wilson comes in. Brian Wilson was the lead singer of the Beach Boys, if you remember, back in the day. First baseman Steve Garvey comes up.
Nope.
Down low, ball 1. Oracle Park, San Francisco. The natives are getting restless as the Dodgers have tied it up here in the 8th, and now they're threatening to take the lead. The go-ahead run is at second base. The count's 1-0 to Garvey. Up high, 2-0. A walk below the bases.
2-0.
The 2-0 pitch. Up high, 3-0. Robinson on deck. The 3-0 to Garvey.
Nope.
Outside, it's a walk. Bases loaded for the Dodgers. And Jackie Robinson comes up to the plate. The greatest of all time, Jackie Robinson. Bases loaded, one out. Here's the pitch. Outside. A walk will score a run. Juiced to Jackie. Juiced. Here's the 1-0 to Robinson. Fouls it off. Moments like this you dream about as a player. Coming up, bases loaded. The 1-1 to Robinson. Outside, 2-1. Yeah, double play will get the Giants out of the inning. Counts 2-1 to Jackie. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 2-2. Yeah, you cannot walk him. That not only will it score a run, it will give the Dodgers the lead. Two-two pitch. Robinson, a grand slam home run. And the Dodgers bust this one wide open. They go up 6-2. A grand slam by Jackie Robinson. Wow. Wow. That's awesome. And the Dodgers go up 6-2. Wow. I was just hoping for a base hit. Jackie clears the bases. Let's watch it again. He got a hold of that one. That was a monster shot. Dodgers up now 6-2. Duke Snyder comes up.
Ball one.
One out now. Still just one out for the Dodgers here in the top of the 8th. Base is empty. Snyder, the center fielder, comes up.
Nope. That's inside.
Inside 2-0. And Jackie Robinson may have just put the Dodgers in the National League Division Series. In there for a strike. 2-1 to Snyder. Two-one.
Ball three.
Up high, 3-1. Well, the Dodgers aren't done yet. Still just one out here in the 8th. Ripped down the line, foul. Full count now to Duke Snyder. Snyder strikes out for out number 2. So 2 down for the Dodgers here in the top of the 8th. I'll get more when the game's over. And now the shortstop, Corey Seager, comes up. Two outs, base is empty. Seager blasts one out to right field. Bobby Bonds gets under it for the final out. However, the Dodgers, off of Jackie Robinson's grand slam home run, take a 6-2 lead into the bottom of the 8th. National League Wildcard, Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. Leading off for the Giants here at the bottom of the 8th, Buck Ewing, the first baseman, facing Clayton Kershaw, who's trying to go the distance. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch.
Ball.
Down low, 1-1. One pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. One-two pitch. Jusay at third, throws to first for the out.
He's out.
Ewing grounds out to third. One down for the Giants.
The catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
And now the catcher, Buster Posey, comes up for the Giants. One out, bases empty. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Dodgers up 6-2. In there for a strike, 0-1. Fouls it off again. Count goes to 0-2 to Posey. Hawkeye must be rooting for the Dodgers. Fouls it off. Count's at 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Ball.
Up high, ball 1. Count goes to 1-2 to Posey. One out, base is empty. The 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. He went around. 2 down for the Giants. 12 strikeouts now for Kershaw. He's playing a great game, his pitcher. 2 down for the Giants here in the bottom of the 8th. Larry Doyle comes up, the DH. Kershaw. The pitch. And it's a ground ball to the shortstop. That Seager makes a great play for the out. Corey Seager, let's watch it again. We go to the 9th. The Dodgers lead at 6-2. Game 3 of the National League Wildcard here at Jammin' Sports.
Now pitching for the Giants.
Sergio Romo comes in to pitch for the Giants here in the top of the 9th. Dodgers lead at 6-2. That was a great play, Hawkeye. That was an awesome play. The Dodgers looking for some insurance runs. They're up by 4. We're on the top of the 9th. The DH, Corey Bellinger, comes up. Fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Rips it right to Ewing. Buck Ewing makes the play at first. 1 down for the Dodgers. Here in the top of the 9th. And now the right fielder, Pedro Guerrero, will come up.
Nope.
Outside, ball 1. Duvall and Beck warming up for the bullpen. And now the 1-0 pitch by Romo. Up high, 2-0. Dodgers trying to advance to play the Diamondbacks in the division round. 2-0 pitch, and therefore a strike, 2-1. When the Giants come up in the bottom of the 9th, they got to score at least 4, unless the Dodgers score some more here. Here's the 2-1. Guerrero pops it up, out of play, 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch by Romo.
3-2.
It's a ball. Got a full count at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, base is empty. 3-2 pitch. A ground ball to Ewing. He'll take it himself. Guerrero grounds out to first, 2 down. And now the catcher, Will Smith, will come up. 2 outs, base is empty here in the top of the 9th. The pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
An hour from now, at 6 o'clock Eastern time, at 7 o'clock Eastern time, I'm sorry, an hour from now at 7 Eastern, we'll have our NFL game, the Rams and 49ers. Smith pops it up, 0-2, as we kick off our brand new NFL sim season, number 35, an hour from now at 7 Eastern. Here's the 0-2. Inside, 1-2. And unless this game goes to extra innings, I think we'll be on time. The 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. That'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers lead at 6-2. National League Wildcard, Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. Clem Levine will come in to pitch for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 9th. The San Francisco Giants need 4 runs to tie, 5 to win. Bobby Bonds, the right fielder, will lead things off for the Giants. San Francisco down to their last 3 outs. Levine. It's going to be a base hit by Bonds to lead things off into right field. So the Giants lead off the inning with a base hit. And now Barry comes up. First pitch outside, ball 1. So this game, hold the phones. This one not quite over yet. Can the Giants rally? Fouls it off. The count goes to 1-1 to Barry. His father Bobby's at first base. Giants down by 4 here in the bottom of the ninth. Nobody out, runner on first base. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, but he went around 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Crowd didn't like it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Barry Bonds. And the 1-2 fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. One-two pitch.
Ball, that's outside.
Outside. They say he didn't go around. That'll even the count at 2-2 to Barry Bonds. Nobody out for the Giants here in the bottom of the ninth. They have a runner on first. The 2-2 pitch.
The count is full.
Inside. Full count now, 3-2. You don't want to let, if you're the Dodgers, you don't want to let the Giants back in this game.
Ball 4.
Ball 4.
First base.
And the first 2 batters get on board for the Giants here in the bottom of the ninth. Barry Bonds
The third baseman,
and Bobby Bonds. What?
Freddie Lindstrom.
And now the third baseman, Freddie Lindstrom, comes up. Runners at first and second, nobody out. In there for a strike, 0-1. Giants trying to rally here in the ninth. They need to score at least 4 to extend the game. The 0-1. Big swing and a miss, 0-2 to Lindstrom.
0-2 is the count.
Davis back in the house. Good to see you, Davis. We're in the bottom of the ninth. Dodgers lead the Giants 6-2. Misty says hi, Davis. Here's the 0-2. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2 to Freddie Lindstrom. I got Jess Jr. and Hawkeye here. Misty says hi to them too. Ripped right to Garvey. They're going to turn 2. There's 1, 2. Yes. Dodgers pull off the double play. That will move Bobby Bonds down to third. And now the Giants are down to their final out. Garvey to Seager, back to Garvey for the double play. And now Monty Irwin, the second baseman, comes up. Giants' last chance in their first strike, 0-1. 2 outs with a runner on third. The Dodgers are 2 strikes away from advancing to play the Diamondbacks in the division series. 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on third. Dodgers lead 6-2. 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. The Giants are down to their final strike. Can Levine put them away? 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. Giants hanging on by a thread. And now the 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2. And now Clem Levine, the 2-2 pitch.
Full count.
Inside, full count, 3-2. Oh boy, Willie Mays on deck. The 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. A long at bat for Monty Irwin. The 3-2. High in the air, hooking foul. Count remains at 3-2. Dodgers just 1 strike away if they can get it. 3-2 pitch.
No.
Ball 4. It's a walk. Now the Giants have runners at first and third with 2 outs. And Willie Mays comes up. We have a new pitcher coming in. Walker Buehler will come on to try to close this one up.
Number 21, Walker.
The Giants are still down to their final out, trailing by 4. Willie Mays comes up with a runner on first and second. He can pull the Giants to within 1 if he can hit a home run here. Buehler versus Mays. Here we go. Pitch by Buehler. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Fouls it off. Giants once again are down to their final strike as the count is 0-2 to Willie Mays. Oh, 2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. Well, they want to keep this drama going, don't they? Here we go. 0-2 pitch. A ground ball. It's a base hit. That's going to score a run. Possibly a second one. Snyder will throw it in. It scores the runner from third, Bobby Bonds. It's now 6-3 in favor of the Dodgers. And the Giants still have runners at first and third. So that means the tying run is coming to the plate. Jeff Kent, if he can hit a home run, it ties up the game. Tying run at the plate with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off, 0-1. Buehler trying to wrap this one up. Dodgers lead is now 6-3. The 0-1 pitch. It popped up in the air. Garvey's going to take it. And the Dodgers win the series. 2-1 by beating the Giants 6-3. Once again, your final score, the Dodgers over the Giants 6-3. The Giants win the best of 3 series, 2-1. The Dodgers will now take on the Arizona Diamondbacks in the National League Division Series. Coming up next, NFL football at the top of the hour. It'll be the 49ers and the Rams. We'll see you then.